Hello again, everyone. Another message from Facebook. Hey man, I'm in a dilemma, and I thought I'd ask you for advice. When I turned 18 6 months ago, I knew my narcissistic parents recognized that they could not control me as easily as they had previously. I also saw that I knew what and who they actually were, and when I confronted them on it, they called me insane and delusional, even though I know that is bullshit. Since then, I've been in 3 different programs for mental illness. In the first, which was very strict, I was not allowed to leave until I came to the conclusion myself that my parents had never done anything wrong and everything they had done was in my best interest, and that I was breaking family trust by accusing my parents of this madness. And again, you can't trust mental health professionals because it depends who's paying them. Now, if your parents are paying these people or their insurance is paying them, they're not going to go against what they're saying because they want that money. And any therapist that's going to make you understand, make you admit to something is bullshit, and they should fucking lose their goddamn medical license. Now, that's not to say I don't know if you have any mental issues or not, but anybody who does that shit, you have to come to this conclusion that your parents are wanting. Wow. Say it to them just to get the fuck out and then get as far away as possible. I'm leaving out a lot of details, but believe me, I'm not crazy. I'm just blocking out the anger and feel right now because I am still in a situation where I am constantly watched and not allowed to leave. I have been diagnosed with schizophrenia based on my paranoia relating to my parents, and the program was deemed a danger to myself and or others, so now I can't just leave the program and live on my own terms. I cannot be by myself. I have to block out my emotions. I basically have to present a false self to the world, and I feel very out of control of my life. I am not a narcissist, but I might as well be now because I don't remember how life used to be, and I am only hanging on by a thread. I promise I am not a narcissist, and this is not the way I usually am. I have no way to hide from narcissistic triggers anymore, and I know I just have to get my soul back and stop taking shit. And believe me, I used to be this way before my life depended on me not exploiting what my parents really are. My question is, do you think I should say fuck them and go for feeling again, or try to hold on until I could get out of this situation so they don't ruin my life? Basically, I would be selling my soul to them, but I don't know what to do. What do you think? My fear is if I say fuck them, I will eventually get brainwashed anyway and maybe go crazy for real. There is a growing part of me already believes that I am the one who's crazy. Okay. I've talked to a lot of people who have been diagnosed as things and then years later they get out of it. If you're 18 and they don't have I don't know if they have guardianship over you or what, I would try to find an attorney to represent your rights. Being that you're over 18 and an adult, you can seek out an attorney to try to get out of this. Now, being if you don't have any money, attorneys take money. I mean, maybe you could find one pro bono. I don't know, but you need somebody independent to represent you because if your parents are pulling the strings, I mean, just because you say you've been diagnosed as schizophrenic, but the way you're talking here doesn't come off as schizophrenic to me. And the fact that you're able to discern that I'm saying these things just so I don't get locked away and lose myself would tell me you're not schizophrenic. It's telling me that you're being used and taken advantage of by these people to protect their own lie. What I would suggest that you try to find some kind of attorney to stand up for your rights, that you find somebody to stand up for your rights and to speak on your behalf. I don't know how at 18 they could still have this hold over you unless you've been deemed incompetent. Um, but even if you have been deemed incompetent, I would walk into an attorney's office that deals with custody issues, mental issues, that sort of thing, and try to get a consultation and say, look, I am being run through the state, okay, in this trap where I gotta hide from what myself because my parents are trying to protect their own lie, and believe me, you've seen it in the news how many of these kids get taken away by the state for testing. And I read a story last night of a woman who I know is telling the truth, who was basically subjected to medical testing from a young age. So these things happen. These things absolutely happen. But you're definitely going to need to seek out some kind of legal help in order to sue for your rights, in order to break away and gain guardianship. Now, what you got to understand is these doctors who deemed you that are going to swear on a stack of Bibles that you're schizophrenic, that there's nothing wrong with your parent. But I don't, and because they have this medical degree, their word is taken as gold because it's easier to do that. But for them to not be for them to just take your parents' word for it, I don't know what's going on in your therapy sessions, what's going on with these counseling meetings you're going through or these programs, but you need some sort of you need an attorney that's going to delve into this for you and maintain your rights. Lawyers usually do need a retainer fee. You could try to do what I did and set up a GoFundMe if you have somebody you can trust that could do it for you, maintain it for you, to find out if a lawyer would need a retainer fee in order to take on your case. Then do it. But you got to make sure that's somebody you can trust that's not going to run back to your parents. It is so frustrating because you are an adult now. You are 18, so this shouldn't be happening to you. And I know a lot of my subscribers have dealt with very, very similar things. And it might come down to you might just need to bullshit them and tell them everything that they want to hear just so they leave you alone. And if that's the quickest way out of it, okay, what you need to do is then get out of their care somehow. If you need to just bury it and then keep it in, keep it in the back of your mind who and what you are, and have a goal of getting the hell out of there and going no contact and breaking off all contact from there on in, then that's the route you need to take. I mean, I really wish I had better advice for you because now you are stuck right now. Normally I get these stories from people 10, 15, 20, 30 years after this has happened to them. You're going through it right now. And it looks like this bullshit medical community or psychological community has a lock on you, probably because of your parents' money or it's footing the bill. And that's really all they care about. But I would seek out legal advice. I would seek out a lawyer who can help you in this sort of thing. Because you need somebody who's going to be able to legally stand up for you, because you are involved in a system now that will involve a legal process, that involves a psychological medical community that is very tough to defeat, which is impossible to defeat without legal representation. So I'm not sure what state you're in, but I would seek out some kind of legal representation. There are attorneys that will take on your case pro bono. I mean, if you go to an attorney rationally, talking like somebody who's not schizophrenic, is not acting nutty or crazy, you have a better chance of having them take on your case pro bono. There are organizations out there that will help you, like these anti-psychological communities and things like that. I'm not that familiar with them, but I would suggest you look into them some type of legal organization that does take on these corrupt psychological communities, these corrupt medical communities, and go that route. But if you can't do that, you may have to bite the bullet and just tell them what they want to hear to get discharged, and then run, as far and as fast as you can. And I'm sorry that your situation is so dire, but I mean that it might just come down to that. So I do apologize that I don't have all the answers, but because you're going through it right now, and that's really the best advice I can give you here. Try to find an attorney that'll help you, and if they need a retainer, sometimes they'll work with you. Maybe the attorney will raise a GoFundMe for you, because there are people that will help you. I mean, my channel is evidence of that. So, I wish you all the luck in the world. I really do, and I hope your situation gets better very soon, very soon. Anyone else who can help with some advice on this as well would be greatly appreciated. Angela, I'm sorry I keep referencing you and going to you. If you know anything about this, please comment in the comment thread, and whatever advice you can give as well would be greatly appreciated. Thank you again for watching, everybody. This is Ollie Matthews. I'll see you all again real shortly. Again, my GoFundMe links in the description box as well. Anybody who can help this kid out, please do so. I'll try to contact him a little bit more because this message is from May. I'll try to contact him some more, and maybe we can all help him as well, especially those of you who have been through this as well. So please either bookmark this video, check back in with it, because I really would like to get this person some help. Again, thank you for watching. This is Ollie Matthews. I'll see you all again shortly. Bye.